So back then when we were homeless, it took me a while to even embrace the fact that I was homeless. Because to me, back then, I wasn't homeless. That situation was temporary. That was how I approached it. And it didn't occur to me that there are such things as homelessness in Singapore because I've not heard of it before. I've not heard of any family not having a roof over their head or not having a place to call home. And I thought that, oh, my situation was just unique just because I'm trying to salvage my marriage, just because we are in this challenging situation together. However, I am just surprised rather to discover at that moment that I wasn't alone. And there were homeless people in Singapore. Because over the course of the months that I was there by the beach, that was when I discovered other family members, other couples, other children, other mom and dad who are staying there over prolonged period of time. And some of them who have stayed there longer than before I even arrived at that park, and for God knows how long. I discovered, I can't term it in any way, but I just call it as the beauty of the community of people that I met there by the beach. Though we were, whatever term or label you want to call us, homeless, displaced families was what the term that was used back then. But I don't feel it that way. I felt like there was this spirit of helping one another because we are in the same, we are almost going through the same challenges for not having a roof over our heads, for having to survive day in, day out, that we together band with one another to either salvage food from park goers or do some kind of, what do you call that? Scavenging of food from nature, from the forests, from the jungles, whatever it is that we are there. Oh, Singapore don't have jungles. Singapore have mini forests. I learned what kind of plants are edible, what kind of plants are poisonous, what kind of plants is not good for you. And that was at the moment where I was homeless, trying to survive for that day and trying to find edible food that you can eat. And the beautiful segment which I felt in this community was the generosity of the hearts, because they are so generous in sharing their time, in lending their listening ears, in lending whatever little resources that they have back then and pulling it together to share with the rest.